afternoon, good morning, good evening. Welcome to the Armory. Welcome to X. Quickly going to do the match reaction to Arsenal 1, Newcastle 0. First half, poor from us, I've got to be honest. Came into the second half slightly better. I wouldn't say we were fantastic though. But yeah, look, the goal from Declan Rice was just sublime as per usual. When he hits it right, God, it's a beautiful strike from Declan. So yeah, it is what it is. Look, we've secured Champions League now. For me, we've probably secured second as well. I don't see that falling out of our grasp either. So, for a lot of us, and especially me, I've been checked out for quite a while for Arsenal. I'm just looking forward to next season. And that's where we've got to kind of focus now is next season. Because next season is vitally important for more than one reason. But yeah, we have to focus on next season now, and that's the important bit for me. And we've got to do it right, and I hope we do. So this was the stats for the game: 52% possession for Arsenal, 48 for Newcastle, 12 shots for Arsenal, only 4 on target. They had 14 shots, only 5 on target. So they weren't much better in front of goal. And in all fairness, they were missing Isaac. And Callum Wilson doesn't play very often anyway. So I'll excuse him a little bit on that one. Final third phase, passing accuracy 74% for both teams. So not too great, if I'm honest. XG, this always tells a story. I think if we did the whole 90 minutes, I think a draw would have been a good, fair result. First half, we definitely lost, no doubt about it. We were awful. But second half, we played better. And that's where I think kind of it was a draw, but we won. So we were fortunate. We got a fortunate win today. And it tells a story here again. This is why XG for me is important, because it does tell a story. 0.65 XG for Arsenal, 1.6 for Newcastle. 0.87 from open play for Newcastle, 0.3 for Arsenal, 0.35 XG set play for Arsenal, 0.73 for Newcastle. But the XG on target is always the one I tell you all to watch out for, because that's the important factor on any XG, is 1.41 for Arsenal, 1.32 for Newcastle. That's why I think a draw would have been sufficient. But obviously we got 3 points, so I'm happy with that. Jules, 49% for Arsenal, 52% for Newcastle. I know it doesn't come to 100 before people go, it doesn't come to 100. It's just the way it works. It's a little bit annoying because it never goes to 100%. But yeah, so that's the percentages. Don't ask me why. It's just how it works. It's ridiculous. 50-50 for ground, 54 for Newcastle for aerial duels. Perfect dribbles, 58 for Arsenal, 33 for Newcastle. Passing, it was all right. Our accuracy was a bit off today, only 82%. I like ours to be 85. So does Arsenal, in all fairness. They will not be happy with that stat. Accuracy on balls, decent. Crosses, much better today. Much better in crossing, which I'm quite happy with. Touches in the opponent's box, literally 33 each, which is shows kind of how the game was. So starting lineup. Actually, we'll just see what. Big up to Gary saying hello. I nearly say Gary now. Every time. Hope you're doing well there, Gary. Right, so this was the starting lineup. So it was Raya, White, Saliba, Kivior, Lewis Skelly, Partey, Rice, Odegaard, Saka, Martinelli, Trossard. And you know what? I'm just going to go to the ratings. Raya gets a 9. He was sublime today. He would have got a 10 if he wasn't stupid at the end and got a yellow card, time wasted, got involved in a kerfuffle. It was just, he would have got a 10, but he's getting a 9. Ben, 7. It was decent, but it wasn't fantastic. Obviously, Saliba went off at half time, and I have to be honest, he wasn't great in the first half anyway. So he's going to get 6. Kivior, sublime today, 8. Easy, lovely. Lewis Skelly, 7. Thomas Partey, again, wasn't brilliant today. 7. Odegaard wasn't great, but wasn't awful. So he gets a 7. Rice gets an 8 because it was a sublime finish. Wasn't a great game, though, in all fairness. Saka gets a 7. He wasn't great. Martinelli gets a 6 because he really wasn't great today and managed to stay on for 90 minutes. God knows how. And Trossard gets a 7, in my opinion. Again, wasn't great. Just wasn't. So substitutions. Calafiori came on at half time for Saliba. I'm trying to work out what's best to say here. He wasn't awful, wasn't fantastic, but he was better than Saliba. So 7 for Calafiori, in my opinion. Havertz came on, caused a bit of a nightmare, but wasn't fantastic. Obviously, only came on for like 20 minutes, really. So he's going to get 6. So I've just realised I haven't brought him up. Havertz came on. As I said, 18th of May was when I was expecting him to come back, and he did literally come back today on the 18th of May. So, yep. And then Tierney came on, obviously, for his farewell. Obviously, no score because he didn't come on for long enough. And Jorginho obviously came on for his farewell as well. So, yeah, all good, really. Nicholas Hover wasn't great, to be honest. 5. Well, that sounds a bit harsh, but yeah, 5 for me. Yeah, just there were some set plays today that I just didn't like. We looked under the cosh a little bit as well, but in all fairness, they do have Dan Burn, who is just an absolute nightmare anyway. But yeah, 5, I think. Arteta, Jesus Christ. Well, he's got a suspension for next week as well, so that's not exactly great for him, is it? Because it's a nana. Didn't bring on Maneri. That's always going to get you a down score, I'll be honest. But did give the farewells to Tierney and Jorginho. 7. So I think 7's a fair score, to be fair. So yeah. So that at the end of the day, what's the most important thing was that we finished second. We get Champions League, so everything's now in place for having a very good summer. Now, obviously, I need to talk about what's happening next weekend. So I'll be honest. There will be a preview. There will be a reaction. I'll be honest. I don't know if there's going to be a watch along. Only because playoff finals are same day. Now, the playoff final kicks off at 1:00 next Sunday. And I'll be honest, I think I'll just probably do the one. I'll probably still watch the game, so that's why I'll do match reaction. But I don't think I'll be doing the watch long. Playoff finals are priority to me. That they are my favourite part of the season. Always have been, other than watching Arsenal, obviously. But because there's nothing really for us to really play for, I'm not going to get involved in it. Because the playoff final for League One is the same day, but there will be a match reaction. So there will be a preview. That will be on... I don't know what time, if I'm honest. It's probably going to be Saturday night, if not Friday night. And then there will be transfer show, I think, Tuesday or Wednesday that week. I'm trying to think in my head when I'll be doing it, but it's more likely to be Tuesday or Wednesday. depending on other stuff. But yeah, Tuesday or Wednesday should be the first transfer show of the summer window. And I promise you guys, this window is going to be mad. There's going to be a lot happening. So brace yourselves, because there's going to be so much happening. It's going to be entertaining for all of us. So yeah, brace yourselves. It's going to go very, very crazy. And that's not just Arsenal. There's going to be a lot of crazy transfers this summer, loads. I expect it to probably be one of the most biggest spending transfer windows we've ever seen, in my opinion. But yeah, that's me done. I will see you next weekend. Not sure what day yet for the preview, but see we're going to be through it Friday or Saturday. But guys, take it easy. Speak to you later. Take it easy. Bye-bye.